Hey runners, welcome back to Live Medallion. Now, this video won't be as long as my last one. I probably could have cut the last one down. I'm not going to do it. I'm going with the flow, right? But I knew that I could not keep going with with a 40-minute video. You guys don't want to do that. So I'll cut this one off. So what I wanted to talk about specifically was Coach Traylor's interview after the game. You watched it. It's on ESPN Plus. Rewatch it, go to the end of the game, watch it. You saw what he said. But the gist of it was, keep telling my kids they're not good. Right? That's basically what he was saying. He was saying that. He was saying it twofold. Like, one, the first way you hear that straight up, from a layman's terms, from just somebody on the outside, is he making fun of the people who said the team couldn't win, wasn't any good? Partially. Partially he was. Don't think he wasn't. Don't think he wasn't taking his jabs back, throwing darts back. Don't think coaches, especially a coach of Coach Traylor's age and his success, right, is beneath him to take some minor shots back when they're warranted. It was a minor shot. It was deserved. I'll admit I was down on the team. I'll also admit I'm glad I was wrong. But my eyes tell me one thing, right? I can only go with what I see on the field. I can sunshine pump when I'm in the stadium. For 3 hours, I will sunshine pump. I will start these videos with a hoarse voice. You've heard me. And I'll have no problem doing that. Man, I tell you what, you get some fools acting in the stands, I'll fight for my Roadrunners. It's Team Navy, Orange, and White all day long for 3 hours. Now, I won't start a fight with other fans. I'll be nice to other fans. You know what? As long as they're nice, right? It's a football game. But I'm still going to pump up my kids. I call them my kids. I've seen Danye for 4 years. I saw his brother for 4 years. I saw Mayfield for 4 years. Saw Woolen convert to secondary and work out for him for 4 years. Right there. Well, not when Coach Wilson was there. He moved them all closer to the center, whereas Traylor brought the defense back out to where Coach Coker had. Right? And it was nicer because, man, I know those kids could hear us when we were just like, pick it up, guys. You guys got this. Keep your head in the game. It's going to break. You're going to get it. You know, that kind of stuff. You got this, guys. We're here for you. You got this. Right? And then when they come off celebrating, right? When Danye got that big hit stop and he came back and he looked at me, pointed at me. He knows I'm up there. His brother knew I was up there. Corey Mayfield knew I was up there. Tariq knew. Right? Traylor's not talking to guys like me. Not necessarily. Maybe he is like, don't lose faith, right? He's talking to the other people that just go crazy over stuff. And they, we're terrible again. And we gotta, versus like looking at the whole ball of wax, right? But what he was really saying, what Coach Traylor was really, really saying is my kids needed to hear from other people because they were eating cheese. Remember, don't eat the cheese. They were starting to eat the cheese. They really were. I really think they were. They were expecting it to come easy. I was watching an announcer, and I don't remember which game it was, if it was the Alabama game or if it was the Rice guy. My memory's killing me right now. It was a Rice announcer that played for Rice. He talked about, you think it'd get easier. It doesn't get easier. Talking about our 12 conference wins in a row, conference championships in a row, right? He said, it doesn't, you'd think it'd get easier. It doesn't get easier. In fact, he said it gets harder, right? And that's true because now you're self-motivating when people are, patting you on the back. Good job, good job. You need to carry that chip. I think was it Michael Jordan that said, and I took that personally, right? Somebody said something. He said he took it personally, and it might not have even been really a slam towards Michael Jordan, but he used it as motivation for himself. Maybe these kids couldn't quite do that, right? Maybe that's what Coach Traylor's saying. Please keep telling them. Now, there's a way you do it. You don't go out and say, you suck, you're terrible, right? It's okay to admit people's shortcomings and what the shortcoming is, right? Frank threw an interception, right? Yeah, he did. He threw it to the inside, needed to be the outside. But it was a deep pass. That happens. Frank threw a pick six, but it got tipped by a guy making a great play, right? Frank's worst game was against Houston. We still almost won the game. We still had a chance to win the game. It didn't. Came up short. Now, have we looked terrible? Absolutely. We look like garbage against Army. Tennessee, we look like what I expected it was going to look like. That didn't surprise me at all. There's nothing to glean from there except for, did the kids compete all game? And they did, right? And in many ways, I think you can say while Army was a bad loss, that might have actually been a wake-up call. That might have actually been a wake-up call. That might have been they didn't even get up and the Bears coming out of his slumber, not moving so fast, coming out of his hide, right? For the spring. He's hungry, got to look around, ain't quite got the joints warmed up. Maybe that was the start of it. And maybe we're now seeing the team peak. Don't want to peak too early, but I wouldn't mind a little three more wins. Heck no. Let's see who we got, right? Let's see who we got for the next 3 games. Eastern Carolina, UNT, and Rice. If we get to USF 6-0 in conference, that's going to be huge. That's going to be huge. Conference might not like it because our out-of-conference record. But if this conference plays it straight and lets the teams just play football, right? Like, think about, the guy called unsportsmanlike conduct for us spinning the ball. I just realized that's not a penalty. But if it is, I've watched several games that not get called. They got called on us twice. Well, a spike, they're going to call it, right? You can't spike it. But the little spin like that? Nah. Anyway, but if the officials let the teams play and let the better teams come to the top, the conference will be better for it. I'm going to say it right now. If this conference was smart, they want a Tulane versus UTSA matchup in the conference championship game. Doesn't matter where it's played. Because we'll travel. I'll go. I know y'all will go. See how many people went to the game in Tampa? I mean, we had a good turnout. We had a really good turnout. They had nobody showing up to their game. That's kind of embarrassing. But back to Coach Traylor. Coach Traylor is doing a masterful coaching job right now. I'm gonna give him props. His statement right there tells me that he has been working and trying to get the kids' heads straight. Right? and he knows there's more there. I am telling you, with our running back core, there's more there. I am close to predicting. I don't know. I got to look. Let me look this up. If you see what Coach Traylor is saying and what he's talking about and what our woes have been at the offensive line, let me look up. How's ECU only giving up 276 yards a game? But they're 1-6. What? Are they all defense and no offense? No. At least okay. No yards allowed, 331, sorry. They have a better defense than ours. Go figure. Statistically. But these are new clocks, and maybe they run the ball all the time. Oh, boy. But don't be surprised if we don't put 200 yards rushing on them also. Maybe 250. We might see a game coming up like that pretty soon. And it might be UNT also. Coach Traylor is coaching right now. Coach Traylor is earning his paycheck. He needs our support. That's my 11-minute diatribe on Coach Traylor's response there. I really think that he had a dual meaning message there. Tell me what you think. Do you think he had a dual meaning message there? Or am I reading too much into it? Because that's how it felt to me. It felt like he could play this both ways, right? Like, I told you so, don't give up on us. Or, yes, please, my kids need to hear it. Maybe. I think there's some truth in both of those statements. Peace out, Road Runners.